Good afternoon. Our cities are getting warmer. Me and my daughter spent last summer vacation at my father's place in Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Now, in month of May, the temperature started rising to 44, 45 degrees Celsius, and we had to use air conditioning even during daytime. That month, my father paid close to 20% of his monthly pension towards electricity bills. Not only that, May was also the month wherein we had largest amount of blackouts due to frequent transformer failure. So a situation wherein you have to pay 20% of your income towards energy services which are not reliable is not at all sustainable. But therein lies the opportunity, an opportunity to provide accessible thermal comfort to about 1 million homes of city of Indore through smart financial mechanism by incentivizing right behavior. Now, the city of Indore already has existing initiatives and resources for provisioning efficient and affordable thermal comfort. In fact, in 2014, it ran a pretty successful cool roof project and came up with a technology of its own for cool roofing. It has existing market and manufacturing facilities for low-cost cooling solutions. But the issue is the market is not picking up. And one of the key reasons for this is the fact that various different stakeholders are not getting incentivized to do the right thing. So if we try to see various different stakeholders or the ecosystem of affordable cooling, we find that various stakeholders work in different currency and different discount rate. For example, consumer would like cheap electricity specifically for cooling during summers, but has no market mechanism which helps them do it. On the other hand, we have discoms. Discoms would like to shave their evening peak specifically for summers, but they do not have any instrument to roll out an effective DSM program. On the other hand, you have market for weatherization services, which is not incentivized enough. You have market vendors who would like to do voluntary carbon offsets, but they don't have an easy instrument to do it. In short, all these stakeholders are working in their own silos, and there is no common tool to move the lever in the correct direction. Therein comes our intervention to create a common currency to infuse liquidity in the system, because when you have a common currency, the exchanges between various different stakeholders become very easy. We are coming up with a community green credit card. Consider this as your frequent flyer card, which provides you with green credits for your frequent green services and connects you with various different vendors who are going to provide you with rebates, discounted services, cashbacks. Okay, the way the system is going to work is, for example, I put up a 3 kilowatt of solar PV on my rooftop. I get some green credits. I use those green credits to get a subsidized cool roof done, get some more green credits, and then use those points to settle my electricity bill. So the idea is when you have a common currency, it becomes very easy for you to design smart nudges towards right consumer behavior. Now, for this initiative, our ask is from the Madhya Pradesh government to support a small pilot to demonstrate utility of community green credit card. Well, we have already aligned various different stakeholders. We have talked to credit card companies. We have talked to renewable energy service providers. We have connected with some of our connects at Chief Minister's office, and we are confident that we can roll out this pilot pretty soon. But the bigger ask is for Madhya Pradesh government to create a special purpose vehicle, an autonomous body which would help in validation of the green credits. Now, we understand that this is going to be a pretty engaging process and would need knowledge support and mentoring from various different national and international organizations. But a fully functional market mechanism of this sort has the potential to make Madhya Pradesh carbon neutral by 2030. But bigger would be the co-benefits which will come in form of new local jobs, green jobs, innovation, and investment in green products and services. So in short, it's going to be a win-win solution. Our big dream is to facilitate affordable thermal comfort to about 80 million residents of Madhya Pradesh while making state carbon neutral by 2030. Between me and Mr. Shashank Agrawal, our team, we have the requisite experience and commitment to do it. Thank you.